Yes. Oh, can you hear me? Boom, 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 boom. Do you need me to talk? Testing one, two, three. Oh, you were.
Ask him to mute. Hey, Steven, can you mute?
I'm here.
Just ask him to mute. Can you mute, please? Okay.
I've been on mute. It is on mute.
Waiting for a lot of... Well, good afternoon or good morning to everybody who is joining today. We're going to give it another couple minutes before we begin, so we'll be beginning here again in about 2 minutes, but I appreciate everyone who has joined so far, and I ask for a little bit of patience as we have a few people joining as well. So sorry about that. It looks like I was on mute. But again, thanks for everyone joining today, or today, whether it's this afternoon or this morning. My name is Stephen Fellinger, and I'm an account executive here at Commercient. I will be doing today's presentation as well as my colleague, Stephen Rosen. He will be doing the demo portion for you. So as we begin, we'll look over what the agenda for today is. We are going to do a brief introduction to Commercient, the company, and our SYNC application. We are going to look into why customers are choosing Commercient and why you would look to invest into the product. Again, my colleague Stephen Rosen will be doing the demo portion. It will be a high-level overview of the application. And then afterwards, we'll be doing a little bit of Q&A to help answer any questions you may have. So Commercient is an application company. So we have been building software to run on the cloud, and we are able to, someone may have put us on mute. Hold. So if you can go on hold, then I would appreciate it. Can everyone hear me? All right, great. So Commercient is a software company that makes applications. Our core product is called our Sync application. What our Sync does is it takes ERP historical data and we can bring it over to CRM. Today we'll be talking about QuickBooks to Salesforce integration, but just keep in mind we do over 65 different ERP versions. So we work with not only QuickBooks, but all the different Sages, Epicors, NetSuite, SysPros, etc. We do 4 different CRM systems. So we do Salesforce, we do Microsoft CRM, Zoho, and Oracle Sales Cloud. And we do work in the e-commerce platforms as well. So we sync information such as products and price up to Magento for your company to be able to run within the e-commerce space. Our sync is bi-directional. We can schedule that sync according to your needs. So we can do 1 time a day up to near real time. And our sync is already mapped and requires no developers. So it's ready from day 1. So why did we build Commercient? Through our experiences working with ERP, we actually noticed there was a lot of need to bring that information that's been in the back end to the cloud. So we created a standard application for Salesforce to bring back end data up to this to Salesforce in the CRM package. We are an App Exchange partner, so we've been through all the license pieces. We are able to have all those different credentials. And again, we are not a tool set. We are a pre-built license managed package. What this means is that the integration has taken place. You don't need any developers or code writers. We are actually just going to bring that information over in a quick, streamlined process. And we operate as a service. So we have a one-time setup fee, as well as a monthly ongoing rate, which helps, which is for our 24/7 support team as well as licenses. So our team is monitoring the sync daily. We are making sure that the information is flowing over at the scheduled times, and we're making sure that you as an organization are able to have the correct data up to date. And we do overcome our specific ERP. So if you're on an older database or you're on a legacy version of the ERP, we can actually integrate that information as well. So we are not tied to any database or specific versions. We can work accordingly within your business. So with that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Stephen, and he will be sharing the screen here shortly.
Thank you, Stephen. Okay. You should all be able to see the Salesforce screen in front of you. This is a standard Salesforce screen. All the screens, by the way, in Salesforce, if you're using it already, can be customized to your liking, what the company will need. So what we have here is the account. We're looking at 7 for all mankind. And by the way, over here on the left are the past accounts that we've looked at. And we have multiple ship-tos. We will bring over your data from QuickBooks to Salesforce. And the data we bring over will be an overview and detail of everything that's in your system. So we have here the different ship-tos. Here is the billing address, and here is the shipping. In some cases, you may have as much as 100 or 200 different shipping locations. If you are selling to a national company, we'll bring them all over. And as I said, the screens can be customized any way you want. You can show things or not show things. So the first thing we're going to look at is the customer account information brought over from QuickBooks. This is kind of a summary of the information that I, as the customer, want to see. I can edit this, as I said before. So here we have the customer name, the credit limit, if they owe us any money. I want to know the salesman, what is their terms, and maybe I want to know who the contact is or the contact email. I can drill down further and I will see all the information that in that table that we will bring over from QuickBooks over to Salesforce. And this is important. As Steve Fellinger said before, there is no mapping. It is not a tool set. This is an application, and we grab the information and we will bring it over to Salesforce and set it up within Salesforce. So here, I have a lot of information. If I don't want to see the information, I could go within Salesforce and edit the page and hide the fields that I don't want. From the customer, we're going to go now and we're going to look at a sales order. Now, some of you may not use sales orders, but if you do, we can bring over, again, the header and detail of the sales order. Here's the name, the reference number of, I want to see the due date, maybe. I want to see the PO number, the amount of the purchase order or the sales order, a transaction number, the date of the transaction, and even some more information. Again, the information that I see on this main screen is user definable, as well as if I now click, I will see the header information of the sales order, the ship to information, the bill to information. I will see the sales order information, the summary of it, the purchase orders, the amounts, and so on. And if I go a little further down, which is very, very important, I will see the detail of the sales order. I will be able to look at that line item detail. So in this case, the client ordered a black base, 2 units at $113. The net is $226. Now, every field here can be sorted within Salesforce. So you will be able, if you want, to slice and dice the information, run reports that will give you your sales information, or your, in this case, the sales, what was ordered by the client. You don't have to set up your products. You'll be able to sort on this field and see who bought what. And one last thing on this, again, I know I'm stressing it, but we will bring over all the information. So for that line item, we will bring over all the information. So for instance, if this line item had a weight to it, and that was in that file, we'd bring it over. And later, if you want to interface that with some kind of shipping system, you can do that. And the information will be there. You don't have to call anyone to reprogram it or anything else. That information, all this information, is here in Salesforce. The last thing I want to show you is the invoice information. So you're going to have a sales order, and then you're going to ship it. By the way, we can capture the shipping information if you want. And then from there, you're going to create an invoice to bill the customer. In this case, the customer is 7 for All Mankind. This is the due date. It's due in 60 days from the shipping date. This is their customer's PO, transaction number, the transaction date, and the total was $273.54. And I did want to know who created this, who in our accounting department was responsible. Now, when I drill down, again, I will see all the header information, the shipping and billing information. I will see the invoice summary information, who the sales rep is, whatever we bring over. And I will also see each line item that we are billing them for. What's important here is if you have a salesman who's working remotely or on the field, or even in the office, customer service people, and they want to know what we previously sold this customer the last time they purchased from us. Well, here is all the information. I could run reports. I could run dashboards to show me who my largest customers, are. I could run AR reports in here. What's important about bringing over the information, all the information, and this is an actual story that happened where a customer of mine decided he did not want the salespeople to see any of the AR information on their screen, and they took it off the screen. 6 months later, they realized that their accounts have AR balances have increased tremendously, and they decided they wanted to get the salespeople involved again. All they had to do was go into the file here and turn on the AR balances, and the salespeople would see it. So bringing over all the information is not only useful today, but in the future. We can, and we'll be going over the different items that we could bring over, but what's important is we can bring over your products if you're going to quote in Salesforce, and we can not only bring over your products, and I'm going to do a search on A100. There we go. But we can also bring over the inventory availability by warehouse. So here is, I have finished good warehouse, I have the north, south, east warehouse, and it shows me what I have on hand, what I have on order, what's back ordered. This is information that will come from QuickBooks. If you're keeping track of your inventory, we can pull that over. So there are a lot of things that we can do. We can, if you're going to quote in Salesforce, then one of the things you're going to want to make it easier is bringing over your price books. If you have a lot of different price books, then we can monitor that. You can set up all your different type of dashboards. This is internally done. You can set this up, and you'll have the capability with all of our data to do historical information. And I believe that is the full extent of the demo. I know it was quick because we value your time, but we can definitely set up a more in-depth presentation for you or for your clients if there are any consultants out there.
Well, thank you, Stephen. So at this time, what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn it over for some questions and answers and see if we could help answer any questions you guys may have. All right. Was there any questions out there? Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Well, since we'll keep moving on here. So here. So just to kind of recap today's discussion, what we have today, and I appreciate Stephen for going over the demo. So again, what we do is we bring over information from QuickBooks and we bring it into Salesforce, and we do it in a seamless process. You will download an application and we'll move that information over. We're a licensed managed package. We want to make this as easy for you, and we've already mapped out the ways from QuickBooks into Salesforce. So I appreciate everyone joining today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at the proper contact information. My email is S as in Sam, Fellinger, F as in Frank, ELLINGER at Commercient.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. All right. So thanks everyone for joining, and if you have any questions, please reach out to Commercient. Thanks.